Hello, everyone. I do hope you're keeping well. Welcome to the Dental Diaries, our third episode. I'm over the moon to be joined today by Chief Operating Officer Fiona Wood from Clyde Munro. Fiona will be talking all things digital today within dentistry. Fiona, welcome to the show. Thanks so much for joining us. I know you're a really busy person. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, Lewis. How are you?
Yes, I'm not too bad, thank you. Keeping busy and keeping well. Was at the dentistry show on Saturday, which was brilliant. I think it was a great turnout. Great to see some of your team up there as well, flying the flag of pride. All good and all very very busy. Again, thanks for joining us today. I know there's some sort of key topics out there at the moment in the industry around sort of the digitalization of dentistry. I suppose the first question I'd love to be able to ask today, Fiona, is how is Clyde Munro Group incorporating digital technology into dental practices?
Yeah, so digital dentistry has been a project that Clyde Munro have been working on now for a number of years. But for us now, we've got 70% of our estate have some sort of digital technology within the practice, mainly being oral scanners. However, recently we have also incorporated things like AI technology through AI technology, which helps and supports dentists review radiographs, which is really important, but also as well when it comes to offering patients aligner treatments. We also use dental monitoring, and we partner with dental monitoring to offer patients a different type of experience and a different way of us being able to review and track patient treatment progress using AI technology, which is fantastic. We're also looking at ways in which we can use digital technology within our actual dental practices, and that comes down to digital planning of implants. So there's always different technology that we're looking at that we can implement to make life easier within the practice and also as well to benefit our patients. We also do virtual consultations as well, and we also have a good digital patient feedback platform that we're just rolling out at the moment as well, which allows our patients to give us instant feedback on the practice for treatment, which really is actually working out really successful, which is great news.
It's incredible to see sort of how far digital's come along over the years. I'm sure you've seen a massive shift. I mean, 10, 15 years ago, digital wasn't really a thing within dentistry, but now it is.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. As I think those years ago, the hardware, there was a lot of, I guess, improvements required on the hardware. So to be an early adopter all those years ago, you were constantly having to reinvest. Whereas now, we work with, the most kind of technical focused partners when it comes to our hardware, and I would say now hardware is probably where it needs to be. Where the most exciting is the software, which obviously is easier for us to implement because we already have invested in the hardware. So any new software updates that come out or any improvements through the software, then it's easy for us to apply that in practice, which is really exciting.
Absolutely. What benefits can clinicians expect to experience as a result of Clyde Munro's group digitalization efforts?
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess, to join Clyde Munro, you have access to the most up-to-date technology and hardware that there is. It also provides the dentists with the ability to speak to their patients in depth and allow them to showcase the patient's mouth in a way that they've never actually been able to see their mouth before. It also allows us to be a lot faster. So again, we can turn around patients a lot more speedier within the surgery. And it also allows them to improve their skills and also as well perhaps focus on different treatment types that perhaps they maybe would have avoided before technology actually was brought into dentistry.
I mean, the patient journey is probably the most important, isn't it, from your perspective? What ways you leveraging the digital tools to improve the patient's journey?
God, where do I start? So there's lots of benefits to the patients. So, for us, digital technology for Clyde Munro, there's a whole host of reasons, and I could go on about this for hours, to be honest. But what we want to do is obviously bring the best technology to our clinicians and provide them with the ability to do the best treatment for patients, but ultimately has a fantastic impact on our patients. But then to look at the environmental aspect of digital and what that brings to the group, which allows us to reduce the amount of our carbon footprint. If you think about the conventional impressions, you have labs that have to travel to the practice to pick up the impression to take back to the lab, and then if there's an issue with the change perhaps in the alginate impression, then the patient then has to come back, and the amount of trips patients have to then spend back and forth. So overall, patients, when they come into a Clyde Munro practice and experience the digital pathway, it's easier, it's faster. They don't have to go through that really uncomfortable, impression, which everyone has experienced at some point in their life. It's really not a pleasant experience. Accuracy. So again, patients then can see themselves, the technology, they can see their smile for the first time in a 3D image. They can really make informed decisions around, how they want their smile to look, and work with their dentist on a treatment plan that, ensures that they've got the best oral health as well as the best aesthetic look as well. So, it really just works really well with, communication as well as really good treatment options.
I think it's incredible, isn't it, that, in today's world, you can now design your own smile, in essence. It's absolutely staggering with the technology that's available. Yeah, I mean, I've never heard of it, if I'm honest. It's just how far it's come along.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and I think for us it's about having the combination of the clinical aspect and the patient's oral health is always at the forefront of what we do, and using the digital technology allows us to have that right conversation, because we can actually physically show the patient using the technology that there maybe is a problem, and actually if they come in looking for a smile makeover and they're not quite ready to have that sort of treatment, it just allows us to have more in-depth conversation and educate the patients using the technology to allow them to make the right decisions and create a treatment plan with the dentist to get them to the point where they then can move on and get the smile that they desire. So it really does help us strengthen the conversations that we're having, and allows patients to understand exactly what's going on in their own mouth.
Absolutely. I've heard that you are also investing in AI. Can you explain to the listeners and also myself, further about the investment?
Yeah, so I mean, AI technology, we've all been using AI technology for a number of years, but to bring AI technology into dentistry, so we are partnering with a really progressive company on AI technology, and what it does at the moment, we're trialing it in a number of our sites, because again, it is relatively new to dentistry, and what it does is it acts as a support function for our dentists. So what we do is we apply this AI technology to radiographs, so that's x-rays that patients would have within the dental surgery, and the AI technology along with the dentist. So we're using almost kind of robot technology as well as the trained clinical eye to combine both together to ensure that we're for anything maybe the naked eye wouldn't pick up, or early caries detection. It allows the dentist then to have additional support to then identify potential treatments that the patient may require in the future. So that's really, really important, and again is a bit of a game changer when it comes to ensuring patients get the best treatment, because if we can prevent potential treatment that's required today and getting any worse by using AI technology to detect early, then essentially we're supporting our patients with the best possible treatment at the time.
Absolutely. With all of the the technology, the AI, all of this information that is now coming out, it must take a kind of a deep learning curve for dentists as well to be able to get to grips. I mean, how are you guys finding that kind of that challenge in terms of getting them up to speed? Because it is an awful lot of information to take in.
Yeah, absolutely is. And for us, we have just invested over £1 million in our academy. So it's a digital focus academy where we have in central Scotland, in Perth, and in that academy, all of our clinicians within Clyde Munro have access to attend courses, and that's where we carry out introduction to digital dentistry. So we can have dentists from all types of experience, so from our newly qualified dentists to our most experienced. We've got a wide range of experience and knowledge within the business, but applying digital technology can be relatively new and can be quite overwhelming for people that have never used it. So we put on lots of support. We also work really closely with our partners to ensure that we can go in and engage with clinicians actually in practice with patients to ensure they get the right support. And everyone learns and takes on change differently, as we all know. So for us, that's why digital technology is just business as usual within Clyde Munro, because it's always evolving. We're always taking feedback from our clinicians, our support teams, to say, okay, how can we improve? What extra training do we need so that we're constantly ahead of the game? And that works really, really well.
Absolutely. What role do you think that sort of data analytics play in Clyde Munro approach to sort of the digitalization of dentistry, and how is it helping them provide sort of better treatment for their patients or information for that?
Well, data is powerful, isn't it? So the more data we can now build on our patients. I mean, we look after over 600,000 patients in Scotland, which is a huge responsibility for us. We are truly committed to the NHS, and we offer NHS dentistry across the majority of our practices, as well as independent options. So being able to put this technology into all of our practices ensures that every single patient coming through Clyde Munro's practice doors gets the same treatment and gets access to this technology. And then what that allows us to do is to build on that data, and then being able to, over time, bring a patient in today, as an example. We do an intraoral scan. They then come back in, say, 12 months' time. We can do another scan, and we can use the technology to layer that over the initial scan to then, see if there's any changes within the mouth, and speak to the patient about those changes, and then allow the patients and our dentist to make informed choices. And then over time, as we build that up, it just creates more of a patient record that's never been done before. Because again, if you think back to years ago in dentistry, it was all paper records, it's all handwritten. It also helps support the dentist with their notes, when it comes to ensuring that patient notes are where they need to be now in terms of standards. So, it's crucial for us to really embed and continue to be progressive with technology within the dental industry. Dentistry is really important. What we do is really important. We look after people's health. So we can use technology to assist the dentists to continue that journey of excellent patient care. Then that's our responsibility as a company to do that.
It can be overwhelming because there's so much information there, isn't there? There's so much information.
Mm-hmm. There is.
Obviously, I've done my research. Obviously, you've been at Clyde Munro for many, many years. So, there must be, you must look back and think, blimey, how far you've come, and obviously how far dentistry has come.
Yeah, I mean, there's been lots of changes along the way, and it's astonishing to think from when we first started back in 2015 to get to grow the way that we have over the last few years, and get to 80 practices, and to be serving the communities across Scotland. That's something that we're really proud of, because we are committed to patient care, and we're committed to NHS and making sure that we do the right thing. So for me, to see the business evolve the way that it has, the teams evolve, and been able to bring this technology into the industry, and also shape the way Scottish dentistry is going, is just fantastic. And a big pull for me every day to get up is actually to ensure that all our dentists get access to the best possible equipment, and technology there is to offer, because ultimately that falls to the patients and they get the best care, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, you should be, incredibly proud to see how far you've come, how far Clyde Munro's come. It's incredible. I mean, the podcasts I've done before, people that I've spoken with are just very proud of how, Clyde Munro is sort of growing, investing, training, and delivering on that. And it's brilliant. It's fantastic, and you should be really, really proud. It's been obviously brilliant having you on the show. I know obviously how busy you are. But yeah, I mean, listen, I'd love to invite you back on, hopefully again soon, but it's been fantastic. If you've got any other questions at all for us or the viewers today.
No, Lewis, it's just been an absolute pleasure to share everything that we're doing digital at Clyde Munro. And again, just to say, thank you for the opportunity to have this interview. It's always good to share what we're doing. And again, just a thank you to all of the team at Clyde Munro, because we wouldn't be here today without the full team at Clyde Munro. So, and that's something that we're very proud of, that we've got a great team that helps us drive all this forward, and that's really important.
Absolutely, Fiona, it's been fantastic, hearing your passion around dentistry and obviously in particular technology, and it's obviously been brilliant for me to also learn more as well for the role that I obviously are taking on at the moment. But thanks so much, and hopefully we'll welcome you back on board very, very soon.